Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the TwoSums problem. There are some fun little tidbits in here that if you're not used to working with arrays, it could be helpful. Let's talk through how we want to think through this problem. You can see on the right side we have some test cases that we would like to go through, and then we have the basis over, or the base function for TwoSums here. So let's not worry about the test for right now. Let's talk through how we would want to think through this solution. If we're given an array of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the target value is 7, we know from looking at this that we want to have the index of number 3 and 4. So in our case, that would be 2 and 3. Now, the way we're able to do this is there's the brute force method, which is always the first way most people think about this problem, is we could say 1 plus 2. Does that equal our target? No. And rinse and repeat. We can go through each one of the each one of the numbers, and we can determine if we do have any TwoSums that meet the target. However, this is very inefficient. This was O of n squared, I believe. So that's not the answer you want to give, mostly if you're doing this in an interview context. The other way to think about it is, how do we keep track of what we've already seen, and how do we know if something will provide the answer we want? Well, as you can see, I've written out here already, just to save us some time. It would be the target minus the value is equal to the remainder. That is our pair. So in the case for 1, if we do 7 minus 1, the pair would be 6. We want to see if 6 already exists within this array. And as we move forward through the array and start building out a hash map, we're able to make sense of, hey, is the pair within the array if we've already seen it. So let's build out this hash map and let's walk through the code and talk through how this works. We have a hash. We say make. It's a map. We want the key to be an integer, and we also want the value to be an integer. And from here, we know we need to loop over. We want the index and the number itself of range of nums. And we want to, first, of course, if we want to be able to update the hash map. So what this is doing is taking the value, so in our case 1, and we're saving the index, right? Because we want to return the index at the end of this. So now this is where we actually need to do the check to see if we found anything or if the pair already exists within the hash map. So if we say if r for remainder, okay, and we say the hash target minus n, if this exists, we know we have the pair, right? We got what we need, and we can now return here without needing to go any further. All right, and so this should be enough. This is the whole algorithm, not too fancy, but I do think that this sometimes can trip people up if they're not used to thinking through this problem. And trust me, you do this problem once and you've got it memorized forever. The test. Okay, and everything passed. So this is a really fast way to go over the TwoSums problem. I think this is a fun beginner level when you're getting introduced to arrays. And yeah, I hope that was helpful. See you next time.